I'm Dr. Deborah Stokes of the Better Brain Center. I started the Better Brain Center in 2000 because I'd had my own healings with neurofeedback. I was a traditional psychologist for many years, up until probably 25 years ago when I did neurofeedback for chronic migraine headaches. And nothing else helped me until I did this. And then I had my second healing in 2000, and I got chronic fatigue. I had a very heavy head. I called the bowling ball head. I was so weak I couldn't lift my head. I'd go around and saw a neurofeedback clinician who completely eradicated this heavy head. I've just danced out of her office. And I said, that's it. I'm done with traditional psychotherapy. This is what I need to do for my calling. We focus a lot on migraine headaches and attentional disorders, and we've expanded to have a very wide net approach to anxiety disorders, sleep disorders, depressive and mood disorders, rage disorders, conduct disorders, behavioral issues, impulse control, and of course ADHD has a huge evidence base with neurofeedback for 35 years now, but it's also expanded to include addictions or trauma disorders now. Generally, I think if you're talking about an anxious or traumatized client or stress, just basic stress, they tend to be more stress resilient. They're not as easily provoked, they're not as irritable, they take things with more equanimity. The children with conduct or behavioral or rage disorders, the parents often tell us, gee, you know, his little sister was picking on him and he didn't explode, and he's quicker to calm down. He doesn't explode as frequently, and when he does combust, it's a lot less intense, and he calms down a lot quicker. They tend to have a lot of mind chatter. We see heightened brain waves that are a little angry or irritable looking, very busy, and we teach the patient or the client to calm that and make it less variable. And it can be represented by a box that's going wah, wah, wah. We say stop doing that, and they learn how to make it go wah, wah, wah. It's smaller, less variable, less mind chattery. So it quiets the brain, and they can get into REM sleep or more deep restorative sleep quicker, and are happier. They're actually less depressed when they sleep better. If they're a pain patient, their pain levels can be better addressed, and they pay better attention. Mostly just a whole shopping cart full of issues. Many comorbidities are overlapping. For example, our ADHD clients often have an impulse control disorder or an addictive compulsive type of issue going along with it. Our addicts will often have an anxiety disorder or a sleep disorder or an obsessive compulsive disorder. Depression is often comorbid with circuits in the brain that are overlapping. What we really rely mostly on, there's one objective measure called the TOVA, the Test of Variables of Attention, and that'll tell us how's this brain functioning when it's hit with a stressor. Are they impulsive? Are they agitated when they answer? Are they too fast? Or are they sluggish and too slow? Are they missing it? And that can indicate depression. So we see the TOVA very much reflects how their brain is working in a real-world setting. So, and we also rely mostly on the subjective reports, on checklists, client checklists. And we have the laundry list of presenting problems and symptoms that we hope to change, and that we are checking in with them every time they come in, basically kind of going over that. You know, how is your sleep? How is your teeth grinding? How is your anger? How is your frustration level? You know, these are the things they come in with that we ask them about, and then every 10 sessions we get a checklist asking them to rate on a Likert scale on a number 0 to 10. How much better are you? Has anything not changed? And then we can look at for the biomarkers for those particular issues that aren't as improved, and maybe address some of those, because we're all over their brains, not just on the areas that are flaring, but other areas that might be secondary to their presenting problems.